gonna roll it some. Let's go. Yeah. About to do my webinar? Why you say it like that? Huh? Yeah, I got it. Let's see. Why y'all making plays and cooking stuff? I said, while y'all making noise cooking and stuff in the background? I know they're cooking up so much stuff, you know? Oh, man. What we doing? I'm your host, my All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So excited to be here today. Happy, happy. What is this? Wednesday? Happy Wednesday. Get this thing, this party started, right? Let's make sure everybody, all systems is go. Let me see. Check over here. Check over here. Make sure I'm recording. Recording going. Go live. Go live here. Live here. Streaming this everywhere, so all my people can get a bar of it. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Can y'all all hear me out there? Check, check, check. Feel like my Instagram people can never hear what I'm saying, but get this chat in there. Give people a second to log on. You see me looking up because I got a monitor up here too. But yeah, man, welcome to the AI Money Machine. I'm so happy to have you here. And I want to talk to y'all today about what it's going to take for you to get on the fast track to financial freedom. And I want to give you my personal billionaire blueprint. You know what? It says billion blueprint. I need to change that slide to billionaire blueprint. I just realized that after doing how many times have I done this and I haven't corrected that slide? Let's see. Let's see how quickly I can fix that. That's smaller. Go in here and check in. Capital Caps billionaire blueprint. So now we got it looking like it's supposed to look. Okay, so let's get back into presenter mode with that. It's funny how you catch things. You don't catch them until you get ready, put yourself on the spot and you get ready to actually present, right? Then that's when we see it. So, um, just back over to screen. So we'll go in here. Are we broadcasting live over here? We got it. So let's go. Facebook is on. Got to check on Facebook. Enter full screen mode. Let me share my screen here. Okay, welcome to the Billionaire Blueprint for Generational Wealth, AI Money Machine. I'm super excited to have y'all in here. And so I'm not gonna talk you to death. This is gonna be a quick webinar, a quick training session where I'm gonna be showing you what the moves you need to make to take control of your financial destiny and get on that fast track to financial freedom. So first of all, let's start this thing off with the tradition of where's everybody from? Put wherever you're from in the chat. And let me know where everybody's checking in at. Okay, we got Vegas in here. Okay. Hey, Vegas, of course, my people from Vegas. San Diego in here. Dago, what's happening? Dago in the house. Southeast Dago in the house. That's right. LA. Okay, I see LA. I see you. I see you. Bay Area. Okay. Bakersfield, Stockton. This is live. This is live. Okay. Seattle. Seattle in here. Okay, there go my ATL people. Right on, right on. ATL, Dallas, Houston, Tennessee, Nashville, Cashville. Okay, okay. All right, there goes Harlem. Harlem in that. Okay, there we go. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, man. I appreciate all of y'all logging in, tapping in with your boy, spending this little bit of time with me. All right. So without further ado, let's get into what today's agenda is going to be about. Today's agenda is going to be I'm going to be teaching you 4 ways to use AI as your virtual personal trading assistant and wealth coach. I'm going to be teaching you 5 ways to make 10K plus per month trading options. And then I'll be teaching you 6 secret hiding places where you can find big, orca big, huge AI profits. These areas where the money is flowing, where the big money is flowing right now. Okay. So let's talk about before we get into that, let me give you a little background on me. Went to Morehouse College. I also have certificates from Harvard, Columbia. I'm a high performance coach, certified high performance coach, and a certified financial coach, master training certificate from Dave Ramsey. And I'm also a former broker. But is that why you should listen to me? If that isn't enough, here's an example, and I'm not trying to stunt on nobody. Well, maybe it's a little bit stunting, but you could just see various days, a $14,000 day, 18. That's what you see right here is because I'm a person who believes I can show you better than I can tell you because I see better than I hear. So this is just me telling you why you might want to pay attention if you want to learn how to make 14,000, 18,000, or 21,000 even in a day, then maybe you should listen to me. Now, this is my beautiful family, um, five beautiful children, and a beautiful wife. And full transparency before anybody be like, you know, all the rasses out here. Before anybody try to throw me out under the bus, I am an ex-felon. Full transparency, I did go to jail for an $8 million money laundering and conspiracy charge. Did my time. Now I'm back and I done built Rich Forever University and I am now making up for lost time. Okay. Picture of the New York Stock Exchange. It don't really have anything to do with anything except for that I believe that stock, the stock market is the best vehicle in the world for building wealth. And it's unlike any other. And it offers unlimited opportunities for people who put themselves in position and learn the game so that they can take advantage of it. Okay. So, uh, as always, I promise if you stay into the end, I've got some free goodies for you. And I promise these are not anything you can get anywhere else from anybody else because I specially made these just for people who came and sat through this presentation. This is something that you're going to be able to use to start making money immediately. Not now, but right now. That's like I like to say. So, house cleaning before we go. Put the phones on do not disturb. If you own your phone, get on a computer. Make sure you're in a quiet place. Get a pen and a paper so you can take notes because I'm about to get busy. Okay, so first thing we're going to talk about is financial freedom. What is financial freedom? Financial freedom is being able to live off of the cash flow from your assets. That's what financial freedom is. Don't let somebody else tell you that all these different definitions, it's a number amount. No, it's how much do you need to bring in every month to cover your bills and sustain your lifestyle without having to work a 9 to 5. Okay, so before we get into it, let's talk about where we are right now and the reason for Rich Forever University and the reason for the AI Millionaire March. You can see right here, average net worth of a white household, 285,000. Average net worth of the black household, 45,000. We got to do better. I think I'm a firm believer that a lot of the problems that we have in the black community just come from a scarcity mindset. When you don't have none, you know, people feed on each other. We fighting over the crumbs, and we have to figure out a way. And it's not everything we've been taught about building wealth is wrong. Everything you've been taught about building wealth to this point is wrong. All of that working for 20 years, save and then invest and then hope that, I mean, work 40 years and save 10% a month and then living off the pension from the companies aren't paying pensions anymore. So you're responsible for your retirement. And it's important that you figure out ways to generate multiple streams of income. You know, the average millionaire has 7 different streams of income. But right now, only 2% of black families have a net worth above $1 million. So that's why I created Rich Forever University, and that's why we're here today. Because there's been studies that say that median wealth of Black Americans will fall to zero by 2053. Because if we don't change our investing and spending habits, that will come to fruition. And that's why we are here today to learn some skills, to learn the skills, not to just pay the bills, but the skills we need to build and build generational wealth. So you're going to learn how to create multiple streams of income and how to build generational wealth in the stock market using my AI mattress money machine method. Right now, more than 50% of homeless families are Black. And we need to do better and take care of each other. We got to start provide. I'm a firm believer that a lot of this is because of we don't provide enough jobs to our own communities. And it's hard for people. It's harder for we always are last hired, first fired. See a huge pushback against now they pushback against the quote unquote woke movement, meaning it's hard for everybody out here. And when it get hard, people start looking out for themselves. They start looking out for themselves, and if before they can look out for anybody else. And so we got to provide. We have to take on the burden of opening businesses and owning businesses so that we can provide more jobs. So that starts with opening more businesses and then spending with the businesses in our communities, but it also it also connects with needing to invest in these companies, getting enough ownership so that we have an influence. So if you're mad at a company, like I know my wife and a lot of people were mad at Target. The best way to get a company to pay attention to what you want is to be a shareholder. Shareholders can put pressure on those companies to hire more minorities, more women, more black people, more whatevers when you have ownership. And that starts with buying the stock. Whoever holds the stock, whoever the shareholders are, they're the ones who are going to shareholders and the customers are going to be the ones that hold the company accountable. So this is more than just about making money. But speaking of making money, let me ask you this. If you had a system that could generate 10K plus per month, working from home from now into infinity, how would that change your life? Let me know in the comments, please. Let me know. Okay, if there's something that you feel like you could see that could change, something that could change your life. Because that's what I'm bringing to you is a life-changing system, the AI mattress money machine system. Okay, let me ask you some questions. I want to ask you all a few questions before we get into this. It's a no judgment zone. I'm gonna ask you a few questions though. Cool? Cool. Okay. Number one. Uh how many of you own more Nike shoes than Nvidia shares? Put a one in the chat. Mm-hmm. Me. Okay. How many of you missed out on the smartphone boom, the social media boom, or the Bitcoin boom? Put a two in the chat if you missed out on smartphones, social media, Bitcoin. These is all, I'm building up to something, so stick with me. Okay. Number three, if you've had a Netflix account, more than 5 years, but you don't own any Netflix stock, let me repeat that. If you have had a Netflix account for more than 5 years, but you do not own any Netflix shares, and you have never owned any Netflix shares, put a three in the chat. So 1, 2, and 3, just 2, just 1, just 3, put them in the chat. Let me see what we're working with. Okay. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Why did I run through those? Because the number one thing I hear people say is, I don't know what to invest in. I just gave you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different, and that's the thing. You don't need to invest in everything you've been taught about wealth, building wealth is wrong. You don't need all this diversification and index fund. No. All you need is 5 bangers. That's all you need is 5 bangers. You need 5 bangers. You could go no more than 10. You get 5 bangers and you will be well on your way. You will be on the fast. You will be on the fast track to financial freedom. I know Robert Kiyosaki. I've been through his training program. I went through his mentorship program, and he teaches that. Oh, we all know the secret to building to great wealth is 3 red houses, green hotel. Let me tell you something. Every one of these stocks I just named outperformed real estate over the last 10 years. Every one of them, right? So we talking smartphone. Of course, I'm talking about Apple. Social media, of course, I'm talking about Google. and Facebook or Meta now, as they want to be known, and Google is actually called Alphabet now, and then Bitcoin. All of those have outperformed your house over the last 10 years. Okay. And so has Netflix. Okay. So let's just get that clear. You know what? I'm not gonna go back and forth with no real estate people on here. You argue with your mama. I said what I said, and I'm stand on it. So let's be real about what the problem is. If you don't have a clear, repeatable system, let me say that again. If you don't have a clear, repeatable system for knowing what you should be buying, for knowing when you should be getting in and out of the markets, and then for managing your risk and capital efficiently, then you're not trading and you're not trading like a pro. What you are doing is gambling. And gambling is the fastest way to lose money and go broke in the stock market. Okay, so the old way is okay, what most traders do. They chase stocks that are already extended. Oh, once it becomes how everybody's talking about, they get the rumors and they buy in a stock now because everybody's buying it and they buy at the top. And when it comes to options, the big mistake that old way that they do, they buy the cheapest calls, right? Because you hear like, well, options people who do know about options, and most people don't, but the people who do hear about options, the first thing they do is run out and buy the cheapest calls. They follow random experts and hot tips, and then or they're staring at charts all day confused. And the big problem I see is taking high risk trades with low return. I know smart. I got friends. I got a partner who 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 has an Ivy League law degree, an Ivy League law degree, and he buys stocks. And he was like, man, I'll never make no money in the market. He was like, I was like, well, what do you guys like? Well, I bought these biotech. He bought biotechs that are waiting. They could hit, but the likelihood before you start buying biotechs that are supposed to be creating all these different cancer curing, all these cancer curing revolutionary things, they don't have. That's gambling. They don't have no earnings. They don't have no proof. They don't have anything other than an idea, and that is not how you want to start, and definitely not how you want to build a foundation. I always say, and then you got people who my dip buyers. They want to buy the dip. If you keep, I'm telling you what I get from my boy Trapper. He said, keep buying the dip, you're gonna run out of chips. All right. So let's talk about this new way. This new way is the AI money machine system. This it right here. I built something specially for you. I'm a disciple of Warren Buffett, um, George Fontanilles, and who else? Who else is it? And Bill O'Neill. And Bill O'Neill. I've taken kind of what I've learned from them, mixed it together, stirred it all up, and then created my own AI money machine system and my 3D mattress money system and my s'more system. So I got frameworks that I use to be more success to help me be more successful investing and making better investment decisions. Okay. So just so you know, like I said before, and it's a theme, it's a recurring theme. I need you to forget everything you've been taught about building wealth up to this point because it is wrong. Everything you've been taught about building wealth is wrong. Okay. The index funds are not the way to build wealth. Um, um, Buying real estate and renting that is not the way to build wealth. Okay. Crypto is not the way to build wealth. The only recession proof way to build wealth, make money when markets are going up, down, or sideways is to have an option trading system so that you can make money no matter what the market is doing. And right now, we are going through what people are what a lot of people are calling the biggest wealth transfer in the history of mankind, in the history of the world. The AI revolution is creating millions of millionaires and even some millions of millionaires, thousands of billionaires, and probably going to create the first trillionaire. because we now have trillion-dollar companies. So let's talk about what not having this information could cost you and what it's been costing you. All right. Based on $1,000 a month for 10 years, so let's call it $120,000. If you have been putting $1,000 a month away and investing it into Apple every month for the last 10 years, you would have $426,000. Microsoft, that same $1,000 a month would be 761,000. NVIDIA, 869,000. Amazon, 441,000. Google, 747,000. So I know a lot of y'all, $1,000 a month. You don't be saying that when it's time for a car note. You'll take on $1,000 car note like it's nothing. Like it's nothing. I know. Ask me how I know. Because all my cars didn't have $1,000 car notes. Right? But look at this. The options perform when you trade options, you can make 2 to 5 times what you make on your stock returns. So that's why I put 850 to $2 million as what you would make with options. And you see, it gets even bigger with Nvidia. It's 1.7 to 4.3. Now, keep in mind, Nvidia is the number one company in America right now. Um, and a lot of people missed on the video, didn't catch it earlier, and now that's all we ever talk about. Crazy story is, I used to have a day trading academy, and in the office, we all had dual screens. We had dual screens at all the trading desks. And I used to have to open up the desk and put a card in there. I had to put a video card in there so that the computer could connect to two screens. And the crazy part is, all those video cards was NVIDIA. I can't tell you how many goddamn NVIDIA boxes I opened up over when I was opening up my office, and it didn't even, again, so it happens to it didn't even click like, damn, maybe I should be buying NVIDIA stock, right? It didn't even click, but NVIDIA has been in your house, if you got an Xbox, then NVIDIA, you've been having a NVIDIA product in your house. Um, and then Amazon is at your house every day delivering something every day. Um, like I said, these things are right under Google is a verb now. Like I always say when people say like Google me, Google is a verb now. So these things are right under our nose. You don't have to invest in companies nobody ever heard of in order to build wealth. That is wrong. Everything you've been taught about it is wrong. Even with the real estate, right? One of the big things that gets on my nerves is oh well, real estate makes 8% 8% compounds at 8% a year. Stock market compounds at 10% a year. The best real estate does better than that, and the best stocks do better than that. We got to stop comparing average to average unless you just want to be average. And like Janetta Cole said, if you show me a man who's satisfied with being average, I'll show you a man who's destined for failure. Okay. And for people who think that they can't do this, this is Ann Schreiber. I want you to look her up. She turned $5,000 into $22 million. She was not a genius. She was just smart. And this. She only used to make $3,000 a year. You can look her up. She was already 38 years old when she started. And by the time she died, she had grown her fortune to $22 million. That money is now in a trust fund, and it pays for Jewish girls to go to college every year. And it will never run out of money because they just use the profits generated every year to pay for tuition for however many students they can afford based on how the fund performed that year. They never dig into the principal. Okay, so I'm gonna give you some more examples to just so you understand and send this message home. If you invested 50,000 into advanced micro devices in October 25th, 2013, you would now have $3.16 million. If it was NVIDIA that you put the 50,000 in, it would be 23.5 million. You know, the crazy part is I put $50,000 down on my Bentley. I put 50,000 down on a Bentley one time. And That's a depreciating asset. Whereas I could have put it in Nvidia and it'd be worth 23.5. I think that old Bentley now probably worth that Bentley probably worth 30,000, if that. If you had put $50,000 down in Alphabet and then paid $3,500 a month. Why I do that? Because I said if you buy a $500,000 house, you're gonna put $50,000 down, pay $3,500 a month for the next 30 years. Ask me how I know. That 50,000 down, 3,500 a month will be worth $6.99 million right now. The next time a $500,000 house grows into a $7 million investment will be the first time. And I'm not bashing on houses. I just need y'all to know everything you've been taught about wealth to this point is wrong. So as we get started, I'm going to teach you, as I said before, 4 ways that you can use AI as your secret weapon, your personal research assistant, and wealth coach. Okay, so let's get to it. Way number 1, you can use AI to read charts. I know people get sick and tired. I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, the charts are intimidating. It's confusing. You look at a chart, somebody else look at the chart. Is that a double bottom? Is it a cup with a handle? Where's AI is going to spit the answer out in minutes. And so you can use it to read the charts, or you can analyze the charts yourself and then compare what you see to what AI sees, what your artificial intelligence sees, to see if you guys are in agreement. So it works like it's like having a business partner. Okay. Number 2, we have, and the video just reported the other day, right? Um, and when you go to read the reports, sometimes reports be somewhere between 30, 50 pages. And you might not want to read all of those details. You can use AI to scan those reports, analyze those reports, summarize the earning report, and give you a brief summary of all of the important things in the report. So that's way number 2. Number 3, back testing. You can use AI for back testing. So when you got a system like my system or your own system that you create, you can use AI to do the back testing so that you can do back testing 1,000 times faster than any human could ever do it. And then way number 4, pre-trade analysis and strategy optimization. What does that mean? That means before every trade, you need to have a buy zone, a profit target, and a stop loss. You can use AI to help you pick out all those points. It'll pick out your pivot point. It will tell you your profit target. It will tell you where your stops, where you place a stop loss, and it will even tell you what strategy you should be using. What strategy, because it's really important to be using the right strategy at the right time. Because you want to have part of the rich forever trading systems is aligning your strategy with the current market trend. And I'll talk more about that later. So, in a nutshell, AI is a total game changer. I remember I used that. Now it's so trading has gotten so easy now. It's ridiculous how easy anybody can do it now with the help of AI. I promise you. This is AI will do 80% of the heavy lifting in trading, stocks and options, and even crypto is easier than it's ever been because of the innovation of artificial intelligence. So y'all want an example?
I'm gonna show you
give you
how
an example.
easy it is to use AI to get you a analyst report back on a stock. So here we have a Palantir chart. I'm just gonna take a picture, take a little snapshot of it, and then I'm gonna go over here to I built my GPT already, and we'll add the file. So we'll go to recent, add that file, upload it. So you see, we uploaded it into, this is my Charlie the chart reader. So all I got to do, upload it to Charlie. Charlie's going to give me a 5-point breakdown on it. Bam, look how fast that is. I don't even know how long that was. Probably 3 seconds. Let's see what he says. And I can have him read a report to me, see how extensive this report is already. And let's see what he says.
El Presidente, let's dissect PLTR like a scalpel through butter. Precision, speed, and zero fluff. Here's your 5-part breakdown for Palantir Technologies based on the chart you just served up. 1, market trend. Trend direction, mixed, leaning bearish. Trend confidence score, 5100. Prices caught in a range-bound chop since mid-September, but the recent rejection from 195 plus, upper range plus fib 23.6%, suggests short-term weakness. Current price, $174.01, sandwiched near the fib 50% level, 173, a key battlefield. Lower highs forming subtle distribution signs. The recent spike down to 164.50 shows institutions testing liquidity at the fib 61.8% retrace. Dashmark 2, pattern and setup. Range breakdown, watch minor double top with lower highs. Pattern notes. Chop range $167. 195, forming a descending triangle with a flat base near 167 no fib 61.8%. Watch closely. Failed breakout attempts suggest weakening buyer conviction. Key pivot levels support 167.2, fib 61.8%, 176%. Resistance 180 to 183, supply zone 192 and 4, fib 23.6%. 3, trade plan bias. Cautiously bearish short entry if broken. Under $167 with volume equals breakdown confirmation. Targets, conservative, $156. Stretch 142, fib 100%. Stop loss, above 183 back in bull range, or tighter stop above 180 for risk-adjusted plays. Bullish flip, reclaim and hold above 183 equals pattern invalidation and possible long trigger. Technical metrics, metric value for risk-adjusted plays. Sent above 10 EMA, flat, at above 21 EMA, slightly below, above 50 EMA, flat or slightly below, above 215%, strong long term. 1D change, 1.09%. 1W change, -6.5%. 1M change, -10.2%. 3M change, 2D plus 3.1%. YT plus 12%. Sent from 52-week high, -17.8%. Relative strength 1W, weak. Relative strength 1M, neutral. Relative strength 3M, strong. Relative 6M, 1Y, strong. High. 5, strategy suggestion, rich forever option style. Sell calls at 190, buy 200, sell puts at 165, buy $155. Profits if PLTR stays in chop range, ideal if expecting sideways grind or slow breakdown. If a $167 breaks, run. Buy $170 put, sell $160 put, targeting drop to 156 to 160 zone. If PLTR reclaims $183, 185 with volume and momentum shift, start eyeing 2026, leaps 200 seen accumulation on dips. Open quote, reversal prep, leaps watch list, close quote. Open quote, breakdown play, bear put spread, close quote. Open quote, neutral to bearish, iron condor, close quote. PLTR is lurking near the edge of a move. The levels are locked and loaded. If $167 breaks, it's game on for bears. If bulls push it over $183, flip the chessboard. Let me know if you want to prep the IV analysis or flow confirmation next.
So you can see exactly what I was talking about, how fast. It probably took me an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours to get this much research out of the chart and do this much homework. And now we're getting it done. And what was that? Not even 5 minutes. I think it was about 4 minutes and 50 seconds. So
Okay, so FYI, Palantir is, I'm looking at my phone now because I shot this video a couple of weeks ago. Palantir is at 166.21 right now. So it did pierce that 167 level. And then it reversed higher a little bit. It went as low as, where'd it go? It went to 147.56. So now it's recovering a little bit. But so you see, it gave you that opportunity. You could have got that $20 move. Or you can still look at the way this iron condor is playing out and see where the money, where the profit is going to be at. And I think it's probably going to end up with 100% profit on there. Okay. So that is just a taste of what you can do with artificial intelligence. Okay. So I gave you four ways. Just to recap, let's recap it, right? It was reading charts, analyzing earnings reports, back testing, and then doing pre-trade analysis, and we load them up. So everything I said you could do, it can do. And those are just four things. It really can do even more than that. So now let's go to secret number two. I'm gonna give you five of my favorite option trading strategies. These are strategies that you can combine, mix, and match so that you can generate double-digit returns and make $10,000 plus per month. And $10,000, I'll be honest with you, it sounds like a lot to some people, and then it don't really sound like enough to other people. It's all going to be depending on the size of your account. But these strategies, buying long calls, number one, is your number one cash flow, right? Buying long call options. Call option is a contract that gives you the right, but not the obligation to buy 100 shares of stock at a predetermined price within a certain time window. In other words, you lock in your price. Let's say you lock in the price of $50 and you got 2 months to buy it for the $50. If it goes up above that $50 and you buy it, you bought the $50 strike. Now you in the money and you have a profit. So let's say it goes to $75. You got a $50 strike. You get to buy it for $50, even though it's at $75. This is a trade that offers unlimited profit potential with limited risk. The most money you can lose on a call is whatever you pay for the option. So let's say you pay $200 for the option.
Sir?
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it, buddy. That's my beautiful child right there. Thank you, beautiful child. Hold on one second, guys. Let me plug this back in. Some moves. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go. Let me see. 1 second. Okay. Um, I'm recording on the other thing too. So where was I? Okay, long calls, cash flow number one, long calls, unlimited returns, limited risk. That's why we like them. This is a strategy that most people know about. This is a strategy that I would say 70-80% of people, that's all they know how to do is buy long calls. And the thing about it is they work like a lease with an option. I like to say they work like a lease with an option to buy on a house. Okay, the price goes up, the value of the call option goes up. And you can either exercise the option and buy the stock, or you can sell the option at a profit because the option's value increases with the stock price increasing. And that's how you really see those huge numbers you see people posting online all the time. Okay, now cash flow number two is a more advanced strategy, but it's really easy. And if you don't learn any other strategies, this is the strategy you need to learn to master. This is my go-to strategy. This is my favorite strategy. This is the strategy that I really use to do the numbers that I do. It has a limited return and a limited risk, right? So it doesn't have unlimited potential profits like a call or like a regular long call does. But it's cheaper than a call. And so what you can do is you're going to buy one call option and then you're going to sell a call option with the same expiration date, but a higher strike price. What this does is this lowers your risk. And what it really does is it gives you a chance to double your money on really small moves. And so if you can constantly double your money, what I'm saying is you can constantly make 100%, and you can make 100% on your money with these in a month. I know you've been taught, again, remember I said everything you've been taught about building wealth is wrong. You can make 100% on your money in a month sometimes. You can make 100% on your money sometimes in 2 weeks with these trades right here. If you don't learn how to do anything else, bull call spreads is what you want to learn how to do. And even cool thing about it, one of the other coolest things about it is you can make money even if the stock goes sideways or down a little bit sometime. Okay.
All right, y'all want to do
You,
another demo?
oh, I didn't realize that. So I'm gonna give y'all a demo on it so y'all can see what the get down is with it. Y'all ready for that? Y'all want to see that? Give you a demo. Give you an example of a bull call spread in action.
All right, y'all want to do another demo? All right, I got you. So I'm gonna walk you through one of these bull call spreads real quick, right? So let's go over here, look at the leaderboard. I see over here, this is look at CLS, Celestica. And we can see it's got a composite rating of 99, meaning it's outperforming 99% of stocks. So until we really see a real pullback, I'm going to stay bullish, keep a bullish bias on it. And so when I come over here and I look at the chart, I see where the 10 week has been holding pretty strong. Is this the daily or the weekly I'm on? Yeah, this is a weekly. And so I can see where we at. That 10 week is 12%, 12.4% above that 10 week. And then it's sitting at 84% above its 40 week high, 40 week moving average. I'm sorry. So if I'm thinking maybe, because last week you see the range was from 275 to 346, and right now it's at 310. So let's just say I want to test that. I think it's going to stay above. I think it's going to stay above, or even let's, you know what? Let's run it where the 310 to 350. Thinking 310, test that 350 range. And so what I would do is I'll come over here and I'll say, okay, let's go to the option profit calculator. Let's go to CLS. Look for a play that probably lasts about 2 weeks. And so let's go over in here. Look for a 2-week play. So today, as I'm recording, this is November 16th. So it'll take us out to about the 1st. Let's go 28. Would the 28 be 2 weeks? Yeah, almost 2 weeks, right? 2 trading weeks. So those areas we said we were looking at, let's go from 315 to 325. How about that? Let's see what that gives us. You buy the 315, turn around, sell the 325 with the same expiration. See, we got same expiration date, November 28, November 28. Different strike. You're going to buy the lower strike, sell the higher strike. Okay. So what are we looking at in terms of return? So $460 is what it cost us, with a potential to make $540. So we got 117% potential return over a 2-week period. And so if I wanted to get more, all I do is increase the number of contracts, right? Because right now this curve controls 100 shares. Now I increase it to 10. Now I control 1,000 shares. But instead of it costing me $16,850 because I took in a credit of $12,250, it's going to change it, and now it's only going to cost me $4,600. All right. Now my break-even price is at $319.60. So long as it finishes above $319.60, I won't lose any money. I come down here and I look and I see it, and I'll move my stop loss changes the closer we get. And this is when you hear me talk about, you hear people talk all the time about expiration, break even at expiration. But the reality is your break even changes the whole time, and every day the break even point changes on your contracts. And so I like this returns potential 117%, which if you could annualize that and make 117% every 2 weeks, it would be about $3,500 3,571%, right? So that's a perfect example of this is, remember I said I was going to show you how you can double your money on as little as a $10 move. So right now the stock is at 315. If we can get it up to 325, we're looking at 117% return 2 weeks. It's Gucci. It's Gucci.
Okay, so just an update on that. If I look right now, if you pull up CLS, it's $333.63 as of right now. That's what the price is. It's up what is that? $4 today, and then another $1.29. Excuse me, another $1.29 in the aftermarket. So, like I said, you see why this is a utility strategy. This is a strategy everybody got to learn how to do because the market is in bull markets most of the time, or at least the last 4.5 years, we've been majority bull market. Besides that pandemic pullback and then a couple of little corrections, and so you got to know how to trade bull call spreads. And then if you want to be versatile, you want to be a switch hitter, you want to be a 5 tool player, then you also got to know how to do bear call spreads. The reason why you got to know bear call spreads is because that's a recession proof. That is my recession proof go-to strategy. Okay. This is how you make money when the market goes down. So this bear means that it's a bearish strategy. You make money when the market goes down. Everything you've been taught about building wealth is wrong. People tell you like, oh, you got to sit through. The first thing is, oh, you got to sit through buying holders, buying hopers. Tell you got to sit through, just wait. Because if you know, you got to be a predator in these markets. Okay. You gotta be aggressive in these markets. And you see people build fortunes. I just saw what a boy Mike Berry said the other day. If you ever heard of Mike Berry or the movie The Big Short, they were buying CDOs, collateralized debt obligations. Anybody, I always say this too, and I'm not knocking. I'm so happy that so many of us now are interested in the financial markets. Because when I first started, when I was a stockbroker, I grew up, nobody around me traded stocks. I didn't have anybody to call and sell stocks to when I was a broker. So I was a failed stockbroker because everybody I called, they didn't understand the concept. They wasn't interested in it. And I was hitting hustlers and D-boys and they couldn't get it. I remember one dude even ordered the stock. I ain't gonna put his name out there, but I tried to put one of the big homies, or who I thought was a big homie back then. I tried to put him on TGI Fridays, and he said he was buying them, sent a check bounce. Right. I was so embarrassed. I was like, man, never call nobody else like that again. Oh man, I didn't got off track. Right. Let me get back on track. Anyway, this is how you make money when the market goes down. You want to get a bear call spread. It makes money if the market goes down or sideways. Okay, so what you do now is you are going to sell a call that you expect to expire worthless. And then, of course, if you just sold, but we don't sell naked calls. We never sell naked calls. If you sold a naked call, you put yourself in an unlimited, that's an unlimited risk with a limited return. So the way that we prevent that from happening is we hedge by buying a higher price call. And now that puts a cap on how much we could possibly lose. Now, when we sell the call, that's the most that we can make because we are going to take in premium. Okay. So this is almost like owning your own insurance. I call it like owning your own insurance company. This is how you operate your own little insurance company. You are basically selling policies the same way somebody sells, the same way your insurance company sells you car insurance every month. And as long as you don't get in an accident, then it's all profit for them, right? They just take in profit, take in profit, take in profit, and they never have to pay out anything unless you get in an accident. This is basically the equivalent of you having your own baby insurance company. That's why it's super dope. And that's why this is a strategy you have to employ if you want to truly be recession proof. Bear call spread. And next, strategy number, what is that? 1, 2, 3. Strategy number 4. Need to put a 4 on here. Strategy number 4, call ratio back spread. Now, this is a more aggressive strategy. Okay. With this strategy, we are selling options again, but this time we are selling options. We are selling call options and then using the premium to buy more call options. So you want to do this with a 1-to-2 ratio. You want to sell two call options and then buy 4. Use the premiums from those 2 options to buy 4 cheaper options. And what you're hoping for with this trade, what your goal is, this is when you see those parabolic moves, when you see something that's going to really go and you're expecting the bull market is in full swing, this is basically how you get free options. So you're going to sell 2 options that are slightly in the money, and then you're going to buy 4 options with those premiums that are out of the money. Now you need a volatility skew. You need what they call a volatility skew, meaning the options that are out of the money are going to be a little bit cheaper. You don't want to go too far. So you want to go slightly out the money and then slightly in the money. And those 2 options will pay for the 4 options. They start going up. And yeah, you would normally have unlimited risk if you sold those 2 options, right? But because you bought the 4, your only risk is the amount of money that those options generate between the different strike prices. So I don't want to go too far into it right now and lose y'all. But basically, let's say you sold 2 call options, you brought in $100, you take that $100 and you buy 4 call options. When the stock starts to go up, if it goes through both of those strike prices and it keeps going, now you have unlimited profit potential all the way up. Because yeah, the 2 that you sold are going up, but the 4 that you bought are all making money too, and they're actually making money faster than the 2 that you sold. So the money that you're losing on the 2 that you sold, you can more than make up for with the 4 that you bought if it goes up enough. And this is a strategy you want to use when you're expecting a strong bullish breakout. And this is important. You need some type of catalyst. You need a new product, a new service, a big earnings report, an interest rate cut. It's got to be a reason why you are expecting the stock to go. Okay. But if a stock takes off, you can kill them with this strategy right here. Okay. Last but not least, I'm going to go into one of my other favorite strategies. I know I said if you don't know how to do nothing else, you got to do a bull call spread. Well, you got to know the WOW method too. Okay, because with the WOW method, you get paid before you buy the stock. You get paid again while you're holding the stock. And then you get paid one more time when you sell the stock. That's why I call it the WOW method. It's the wheels of wealth, and you can repeat it over and over and over again, especially if you got, especially when you see a stock trading in a range. This is what I call generating synthetic dividends. This is one of the ways that I generate what I call synthetic dividends. I'm not a traditional dividend stock buyer or dividend stock trader. So, what are the steps? This is a wheel strategy is what most people call it. I call it the wheels of wealth because we're gonna be picture me. I should have put my Tupac picture me rolling on right now. That's that. I need to put the music to when we go to this one. Anyway, this is a triple 3-in-1 income compounding strategy. Okay, when you're expecting a stable to slightly bullish market, what you're going to do is you're going to sell cash secured puts. You're going to sell them at your dream price. Now, what this does is this is my strategy. This is my strategy for buying the dips. Instead of just waiting and buying the dip, I sell cash secured puts at wherever my dream price is, and then I wait for those puts to either expire worthless because the stock kept going up, or get assigned to me. When they get assigned to me, I buy 100 shares. And then when I buy those shares, I immediately sell a covered call. So I took in income when I sold the put. Then I took in income I took in income number one when I sold the put. I took in income number two when I sold the covered call. And then if the stock actually goes up and breaks through that strike price, it's going to get called away from me and I'm going to get a capital gain, which will be income number three. And then if the stock pulls back again, if I expect the stock to pull back again, I'm going to sell another cash secured put and repeat the process over and over and over again. Just slightly moving up, my cash secured put price every time and generating a little more, synthetic dividends and getting. So that's your triple. There you have it. That's your 3-in-1 income compounding strategy, the wheels of wealth. Okay. Thank me later. I'm not gonna give y'all a break yet, but I'm not gonna give y'all the yet. Not yet. We rocking right now, right? So far, did I show you 4 ways to use AI? I want to make sure I'm living up to what I said I was gonna live up to. Did I show you 4 ways to use AI as your personal virtual assistant? Yeah, I did. Check. Did I show you 5 ways to generate income? I showed you long calls. I showed you the bull call spread. I showed you the bear call spread. I showed you cash. I showed you the back ratio spreads, and then I showed you the wheels of wealth. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ways to generate income. That's how you get to 10 bands plus a month with those strategies right there. It's all you need. Them 5 right there. Now I got more. It's more where that came from. But those 5 right there is what I'm gonna leave you sitting with right now. Okay. So far, have I done what I said I was going to do? Yeah. I'm a man of my word. My word is bond, and I need y'all to understand that this is all about building the know, like, and trust factor. And I want y'all to really understand the opportunity that you have right here. There's never been a time in history where opportunities was this wide open for you to be building wealth. So I want you to take advantage of it. Even though I know there's still some people out there thinking, I still don't know what to do though. I still don't know how do I find the stocks? I'm glad you asked. Because now I'm gonna give you 6 secret hiding places where you can find huge AI profits in 2026. Not now, but right now. I'm about to show you where the money is at right now and where it's going to be in 2026. Okay, I'm going to show you where these guys are spending their money. So, number 1 place, semiconductor equipment makers. Their industry rank is 12. When you see me this industry rank right here, why is that important? Well, part of Rich Forever investing principles, part of our system, part of the mattress money system is it is common knowledge that 50% of a stocks movement can be approximately 50% of a stocks movement can be attributed to the industry that it's in and the amount of institutional sponsorship it has. So what does that mean? The industry, if you think about it, it's industry, it's the a rising tide lifts all boats concept, right? When it's booming in any kind of industry, when something is booming, it's usually not just one company. It usually means that a bunch of companies, or at least, the top company, 3 or 4 companies in that industry are all doing well at the same time. So what you want to focus on is the best companies in the best in the best industries. And the backside of that is you want to follow the smart money. You want to follow the big money, the institutional investors, the hedge funds, the pension funds, the endowments, the insurance companies. You want to put your money where they're here. Take my little couple of dollars and put it over there with y'all a couple of dollars. I won't be on the same team as y'all. Think of it like that. So you want to invest in who you want to invest in the companies BlackRock is investing in, Vanguard is investing in, these top mutual funds that manage billions and billions and billions and sometimes even trillions of dollars. that's who you want to rock with. So these numbers you see next to the stocks that I listed here, these are the top stocks in that industry right now. And the numbers you see are that's a relative strength. That means relative strength tells you how well that stock has performed compared to all the other stocks in the stock market over, the last 6 to 12 months. So if you got a 95 relative strength, that means you've outperformed 95% of the stocks in the stock market. And you can see here, the industry rank is 12. We want to stay in industries that are in the top 40, top 50. Okay. The industry rank is 12, and then 4 of the top 5 companies in that industry have a relative strength rating of 90 or better. I think that's how you pick top. That's how it signals quality. That's a signal to quality. I'm always going to talk to y'all about quality because that's the other thing. People look for these companies you never heard of. Everything you've been taught about investing is wrong. You want to seek quality. And then you don't have to get it at the bottom. You use options, and options give you a chance to leverage and extract bigger returns with these options trading strategies. So we can get higher quality stocks, pay less because we're using options, and then get bigger returns because of the flexibility of options. So that's why we're using the mattress money system. So semiconductor manufacturer. So let me back up. Let me back that up. Okay. So the equipment makers are the people who actually make the equipment that semiconductor manufacturers need. And those semiconductor factories, the fab labs, they cost about $20 billion, and they have really, really expensive and delicate equipment. Like we talking lasers and silicone and all that kind of stuff. And that leads me to the semiconductor manufacturing industry. Taiwan Semiconductor really has it on lock. What they do is the majority of the best semiconductor fabs don't manufacture their own chips. What they do is they design the chips, and then they send the design out to the semiconductor manufacturers. So most of these manufacturers don't design chips, they just make chips for the chip designers. Okay. So 27th ranked group, you can see 1, 2, 3 out of 5 got a 90 or above. And you can see we got some of the heavy hitters here: Taiwan Semiconductor, Macon Technology, SemiLeads, Tower Semiconductor. So I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but I done gave y'all about 20 stocks already, right? Okay, so let's go to the next one. Semiconductor, fabless semiconductor industry. Remember, I was just talking about chip designers. These are people who design chips, but they don't own the $20 billion factories. They design the chips, they send them out to get them designed, and 1, 2, 3 out of 5 have a 90 percentile ranking or better. AI does not exist. This is the semiconductor. This basically what I just gave you was the semiconductor supply chain. These are 3 industries that you can invest in. They are all correlated with each other, but they are 3 industries that are set to boom off of AI, because AI can't run without these products. This is essentially, this is the picks and shovels that go in. This is the picks and shovels for the AI industry, if you haven't caught the theme that I'm going with here. Okay, next we're going to talk about data storage. Data is the new gold. Okay, it's the new oil. Okay, this is the real estate play. I know I got people who love and we got real estate. Best real estate on the planet right now is data storage real estate, right? Data center. Western Digital, Micron Technology, CK Technology, Pure Storage, 4 out of 5 have a 90 percentile ranking. Y'all just look it up and see how these companies have performed year to date and see how they've performed over the last 5 years. And then you'll figure out industry rank number 2. For my people who just got to be in real estate, or you want to do a smarter real estate play, here it is right here for you. This is what I call digital real estate. Okay. And then last but not least is another real estate play. So real estate is still in here. I'm not a real estate hater. I just look at real estate a different kind of way. We want to get into the mining, into the mines, the metal ores, the rare earths. Okay, so there's 16 rare earth materials that you need to power artificial intelligence and to build the chips. Okay. Industry rank is number 5. 3 out of 5 have a 90 or above. 3 out of 5 have a 90 or above. The top 5, chemical, however you say it, Southern Copper, copper is back. Rio Tinto, Denison Mines, Arrow Copper. Okay, so let's look at that. This is a huge play. This is an opportunity for you to be owning a mine. This is what I need you to understand. When you buy a stock, you are basically buying a tiny part of a big business. Okay. And the value of that stock is going to increase or decrease based on the future performance of that business. It's really that simple. It will be ups and downs, but it's the future performance of that business. So you want to find a company that you expect to do well in the future. If they do well in the future, the price increases and you make money. Now, when we do options, all of that happens a lot faster, and it's going to either go up faster or down faster, just because of, or up more or down more on your option than it is with the stock. It's really that simple. Okay. So I say all that to say this. I've shown you 4 ways to use AI and how AI is making investing easier than it's ever been, making chart reading and picking stocks easier than it's ever been. I showed you 5 different strategies that you can use, 5 different options trading strategies that you can use to leverage and get the most out of your money. You basically can use these strategies to control the stock without owning the stock. And then I showed you 6 different places that you could be investing. And I got more. To be honest with you, I got more places. And so I say that to say, I'm going to give you one more bonus secret before I get up out here. Okay. There's 3 reasons most traders lose money. Number 1, they go too far out the money. Number 2, they chase stocks that are already outside of the buy zone. They got FOMO. Number 3, they don't give themselves enough time to be right. These 3 things right here are a recipe for disaster. If you're losing money trading options, it's because you're going too far out the money. You're chasing stocks that are already outside of the buy zone, and you're not giving yourself enough time to be right. If you want to fix that, I can help you. I can help you because I'll show you how to use my AI mattress money system to get on top. So how many of you would like my personal exact step-by-step blueprint for building a 6-figure plus trading income that would allow you to work from anywhere, build a recession-proof cash flow, and take control of your financial freedom once and for all? Now, I'll be honest with you. What option trading is not for everybody. And what I'm about to offer you is not for everybody either. I'm not for everybody. But what I'm about to offer you is perfect for somebody. Because I'm going to teach you. What I'm going to teach you is going to be perfect for those of you who have decided to take control of your financial destiny and decided it's time for you to lock in and level up so that you can be in that top 10% of income in 2026 and ready to take action, not now, but right now. Okay. So this is for people who are ready to show up 90 minutes or less a day, who want to turn their dreams into reality, because I'll be honest with you, it's not what you do at your 9 to 5. It's not. You can't work your way to financial freedom. It's what you do from 5 to 9 that determines what your level of success is going to be. Now, if that sounds like something, if it sounds appetizing, if it sounds like something you'd be interested in, something you can commit to, then I would love to welcome you to the Rich Forever family so I can personally coach you myself. I'm going to hold your hand and walk you through it step by step. I'm going to walk you to financial freedom step by step. This is a long-term commitment that we have that I'm making to you. When you become Rich Forever family, you Rich Forever family for life. So, what's my offer? Did all that to say this. I got the AI Money Machine Challenge, how to make 30K in 30 days trading options part-time. It's a 5-day challenge, 5-day challenge. And I know y'all, some of y'all sitting there, I know everybody like, how much is it gonna cost? How much is it gonna cost? We make 30,000. If you can make 30,000 in 1 month, how much would that be worth to you? How much should I charge you to teach you this game? I know how much I can charge you. I know how much I could charge you. I know how much I should charge you. But I'm gonna look out because I know a lot of people be like, "But 30,000, can we really?" Here's an example. Like I said, I could show you better than I can tell you. I see better than I hear. You can see right here where I made $37,000 in a month, right? See this count, started count. January 1st, it had 36,000 in it. I put 37,000 on the ass in 30 days. Now it's worth 74,000, right? Not once. You know what I said? Well, that could have been. Well, I did it again the next month. I did 48,000. So now you're seeing where it went from fun. And then you know what? Slow down a little bit the next month. Only did 23,000. If y'all want to learn how I did this, the exact strategies I did to it, how much would y'all pay to learn how to make 23, 48, 37,000? How much should I charge y'all? I should charge you 30,000, right? If you learn how to make, this program should be $30,000, right? If you can make 30,000 in a month, bro. I'm not gonna charge you 30,000 a month, though. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do you a solid because right now I'm just building out this company and getting things ready to go. So I got an AI Money Machine Challenge that you can join. It's December 15th through 19th. I'm only charging you 97 for general admission, 197 for VIP, 297, 297 for elite, for my elite people. What you get in there. So in the general admission, it's $97, 5 days of live coaching, access to my Telegram where I'll be giving you done for you, real time done for you trade alerts. And then you also get the replays for 24 hours, a workbook, homework, and then a 7-day Millionaire March trial. Inside the Millionaire March trial, that's where I do my live coaching. That's where we have the strategy webinar sessions. It's also where we got a case study vault and master classes. Okay. You got the QR code right there. You can get the QR code, take a picture with your phone, and you can buy it right there. Second, we got VIP. VIP, we got it's a $1,400 value. Did I not put the value? I need to put the value on that slide. The value of this is $750, and I'm only charging you 97. Oh, it is right there. I just put it in a different place, huh? Okay, on the VIP, $1,400 value is only 197. What you're getting is 5 days of live coaching. You're getting the replays for 7 days. You're getting a VIP telegram where I'm going to have more plays. I'll have more strategies and more plays in there than you have in the general admission. You have twice as many plays. Okay. And then you get an extra hour each day with yours truly. I'm not going to be bringing other people in there substituting. I'm going to answer your questions. It's going to be me. I'm not going to do the bait and switch on y'all. I'm going to chop it up with y'all for an extra hour each day after the challenge. You get a study guide, a workbook, and you're going to have homework assignments every day. Plus, you're going to get a virtual VIP background so everybody know you VIP. Not to be played with. And last but not least, really the best of the best for my elites out there. AI Money Machine 200K Option Trading Challenge, elite level. Access to 5 days of live coaching, replays for 7 days. So everything that's in VIP plus you get a separate, you get my elite level Telegram access where I put in all my trades, well, not all, but more. So it's going to be double the trades, double. So you're going to get trades in general admission. You're going to get double the trades in VIP, and then you're going to get 3 times the amount of trades in general admission with the elite Telegram access. Plus, you get that extra hour a day I was talking about, where you can ask me questions, because I know you're going to have questions. You're still going to have questions no matter what. People still have, I don't care how long you've been trading, you're going to still have questions. Okay. You also going to get a study guide, a workbook, the homework, and a trading journal. Plus, you're going to get a pre-event kickoff call, a post-event bonus call, and you get 30 days in the Millionaire March. You get 30 days free in the Millionaire March. Plus, I'm going to do my Financial Freedom Masterclass for you. And then you get a bonus call, a high performance group coaching. I'm a certified high performance coach. I was trained by Brandon Bouchard, so the certificate way back in the end. That's all about helping you show up as the best version of you every day. So we focus on clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence. So each day I'm gonna be talking about an element of each one of those, so that you get clear about what you want. You figure out how to generate the amount of energy you need to push through to get your goals. So you have the courage to go after your goals, and then I'm help you become the most productive version of yourself, and set you up, teach you how to get influence, and how to have influence over the people around you. Okay, so we're gonna go through that during the 5 days, and then you're also getting the virtual elite Zoom background, right? So $297 is a $2,500 value. I made this one of those situations where I'm a person who I follow the philosophy of, I make an offer so good you'll feel stupid saying no. It's $297. You're gonna make that back on your first trade. How much money? And that's what you got to start thinking about this. Like, you holding on, what you gonna do with that $300 if you don't buy this program? Right? What is that 300? You're gonna mess that $300 off on something. And the cool thing about this, I make it no risk to you, because if you go through the program and you don't like what I say, if you don't make your $300 back, I will coach you for free until you do. I will coach you for free until you make. I'll make that promise here right now. If you don't make your money back, I will coach you for free until you do. Now, look, you can see the 1 year return. My 1 year cumulative returns 2,167%. That was against 31% for the S&P 500. So again, like I said, everything you've been taught about building wealth is wrong. You don't want to be average. Fuck that stock market average, index average, them ETF. No, no, no. Anybody satisfied with being average? Show me a person satisfied with being average. Show me a person satisfied with being mediocre, and I will tell you, I will show you a person satisfied with being a failure, destined to be a failure. So, QR code again right here. You can get it. You can also go to AI Money Machine Challenge. You can go to the AI.
Okay, so here we go.
.com.
Live 5-day option trading boot camp, the AI Money Machine Challenge. Learn how to create a 6-figure income, print money in your sleep, and generate double-digit returns in days, not decades. Even if the market barely moves, which y'all just learned how to do. But if you want to go deeper, come in. I'm going to go deeper, give you more demos, and go inside. I didn't get to show you all of the little nuances that go into it. So I'm going to give you more in-depth knowledge of what's going on. And that's going down December 15th through the 19th. Choose the ticket that best fits your goals and unlock your path to financial mastery. $97, man. 197 or 297. All of these, I try to give you 10x value for the price, where we're building trying to build a relationship, take you out, wine and dine you a little bit. So there you have it. AI Money Machine Challenge, man. I look so forward to seeing you there. This is the opportunity you do not want to miss. Because if you like me, you don't like missing money. So, like I said, running to the bank like I'm late to it. Till next time, though. Okay. Look forward to seeing y'all there.
Okay. I appreciate y'all rocking with me, spending this little time with me. If you have any questions, you can hit me on you can DM me at Rich Forever University on Instagram. Um and again, I thank you for your support. If you have any questions, just holler at me. I'm real easy to get in touch with. I'm real easy to holler at. I look forward to helping you reach your money goals 10 times faster. And again, till next time, remember, don't be good because good ain't good enough. God wants you to be great. Until next time, may all your trades finish in the money. Peace.